Twitch channel, and I failed pretty hard on those last 3 attempts. So we're going to select an scenario. We will just try the arcs. We're going to leave it off survivor mode for this time. Again, I have actually beat the arcs once before. So we'll just go and we'll start. Has been a while since I played a lot of Frostpunk. Our advanced version building, but a little warmer. Specifically, the housing is where that is a key thing. I have to go back when I'm not streaming and see if I can get some of the pieces figured out to do the home scenario on Survivor. It is a little bit easier if you do not select the Survivor mode. Mount Krakatoa is an actual volcano, or what's left of one, in the area of Indonesia. When it blew up in the late 1800s, it caused the year of no summer. Significantly dropped temperatures around the globe and was heard about 500 miles away. Alright, let's see. Let's get to work. Bunch of engineers. Alright, now the key piece to this is these buildings right here. There are 4 of them. They are the arcs. We're supposed to deploy automatons to make sure the city can run itself no matter the weather, but the transport carrying the factory plans was lost in the blizzard. Oh no. We need to build a beacon and send people out to look for it. Well, something else we also need to do is get our guys housed. So, put an automaton on that. Automation dudes. Automaton. There he is, the lone Irishman. Okay, we'll go with that. We do have to watch the heat on these. All the seedlings, many of the tropical seeds are very sensitive to cold. Temperature in any of the seedling arcs falls below chilly for too long, its precious contents will be irreversibly damaged. Now, even though he's over here just kind of chilling out, not doing anything, he will actually start work here fairly soon. No, dude, it's more important that you're over here working. Oh well, these houses get put together fairly quickly. We will put a bunch of our engineers over there on that building. The nice thing about automatons is even though they work at a reduced efficiency, they work 24 hours a day. So this guy, once he actually gets over there and starts working, will continuously keep feeding in resources. The engineers are a bit more effective in this one, and again, it's not on survivor mode, so we're getting 18 per hour. We will turn that on right away just to get things warmed up. Get the automaton working over there. This is at Chile. We do have a risk of getting ill. And let's see. You know what? Let's actually put those guys to work on that. Get just 3 more wood. That'll give us that opportunity to build the additional tent and get to work on that. Also, we do need to watch our food supply. Cookhouse is going to be critical in this. And then we need to really start working on our tech because the food's just not going to last very long. Okay. Nobody's working on it because I've got all my guys over here doing other things. Oh, whoops. Don't need them on steel wreckage. I need them on, I thought that was coal. That was my bad. They'll knock that house out really quick. Get them to working on that. That house will still be worked on. I've only got the guys who aren't busy down there. Start working on the workshop. Now it does conveniently space this out for us right here. And remember, the workshops have +2 insulation, so they'll go up fairly quickly. We'll just remove those. Guys, get to work. I actually need you building, please. Coal, we got about enough coal for about 10 hours. So even at the end of the day, that should carry us through to the night. What I will do is switch an automaton over to coal for the nighttime work. Have a couple more coal piles down here. Building insulation on these is +1. That's livable. So we can kind of rely on that. You see this initial one coming up here? It's just a 1 drop on the temperature. It's not that big a catastrophe to start with. All right, we've got these guys working. And, oh, almost forgot. Food, cookhouse. Need to get this working as soon as possible. Now, I don't want to put it right there because it'll leave me with some blank spot that is unusable. So I will actually put it right there. And I've given my guys a lot of work to do, and not a lot of people to do it with. For engineers, they are certainly taking their time building that house. Alright, drop that down to none. Off. Whoops. Put him on that. Okay, dude, go over there and work, please. And we're just going to speed this up because there's not much going on. Automaton's coming over here. He's like, he does recharge occasionally off the tower itself. That's what it looks like he's going to do right there. Snuggles up to it, sucks down some heat. He's like, I'm cold, give me somebody to love there. And some warmth. And away he should go out to this coal pile. Now he works at 60% efficiency of if I had that coal pile manned. That being said, he's still generating 10.8 per hour. So this only uses 6. It's a win. Don't care that it's only 13 hours. I know it's going to be going up. And max, add new research. Now, heaters for this are going to be critical. However, we also need to figure out a food source very, very quickly. For that, we're going to have to upgrade. We need 50 wood to do that. We don't quite have enough. So what we're going to do with this is get that beacon. And we'll come down here to laws. Now, laws on this are significantly more limited. We will probably do the cemetery law fairly quickly. But for right now, we're going to do the emergency shift law. People aren't going to necessarily be too happy with me, but that's all right. That will go down. I do keep my guys fairly well fed. First night's the exception. As you can see, the coal up here, it's fighting it, but it is actually still going up. Now, we have 90 raw. That will double to 180 food. Those 180 meals will keep our guys busy for about 4 days. So I need to have food solved by about the end of day 3 if I'm going to stay ahead of it. Okay, nope, don't care. I'm just trying to clear the tutorials out there. Alright. We're actually going to build. Let's see if I can place it in just the right spot right there. Okay, we'll actually take the engineers off that. You do want to preserve your engineers as much as possible. You just don't get extra people on this mission. You get one extra little worker dude if you're able to save him. That can be a bit of a tough fight sometimes. And I will touch on that later in the mission. Here you can see what your consumption is versus what your generation is. Wood, steel, food. Food's an issue. Health, and are you people comfortable? Buildings, tent, temperature is comfortable. Status, inhabitants, and so on. Now, I will put those guys out to work on that gathering post because with the warmth it produces, it does keep them at livable level. Alright. We're going to hold off and generate some wood here real quick. This will be another gathering post over here. I'll build that. Tech, beacon, 20 wood, 35 steel. We do have the steel, however, we are waiting on the wood. Ten wood, yeah, we'll burn that. So yeah, steel wreckage, wood wreckage, wood wreckage, wood wreckage. Let's see, we do have guys working on that. Go ahead and throw those out there. Just kind of generate that just a hair faster. Now we have the coal that we need, so I'm going to take the automaton off that, put it on there. As you can see, it automatically knocks the guys off. And we'll go down to none on that. So 23 hours left. I'm easily going to be back to generating just fine. And he's going to give me enough wood to pretty much justify that decision there. We'll put another. You can't quite get all of them, so instead what I'm going to do is put this as close as possible to this, so I save on the road. Okay, there we go. Remember I said I do need to start worrying about food fairly early. This will be the end of day 3. We've got about 2 more days worth of food left. Food does not generate as fast as you'd wish it to in this one. Turn him off, turn him on. We're getting under a day of coal there. Takes him a minute to switch over to there, but that's alright. Alright. Tech. 35 steel. We're short some steel. Put some guys to work out there just to pick up those couple pieces of steel. I don't like to leave them out there like that. Okay. Nope. Beacon. Now, the beacon is one of those weird buildings. It really doesn't matter if it's heated. So I tend to stick my beacon out a ways away from everything just to kind of save on buildings that, I don't care if it's heated. It can go out there. And the circle here is prime real estate, so I do want to save on that. Okay. Food, health, and shelters. Get our guys to researching the upgrade there. And let's see, we need 5 steel. Okay. They'll get to it eventually. We got the automaton cranking away on that. Now there is a limited supply, so I will eventually need to actually build into this and start looking at another place to get my coal and whatnot from. We do have we have an iron source down here. You're actually able to fit 2 iron mines down there. And we have a frozen wood source that's back up in here. It doesn't give me the option to show that to you yet. Waiting on technology for that. Okay, guys, knock that out. All right. There's our abandoned supplies. We will get an expedition rolling that way just as soon as possible. Takes 5 guys. You can build another expedition. It takes 40 wood to do so. And actually, as soon as I can get that, I will actually push that out the door. Yep. Now, the storm, what it's going to do, it's in this particular scenario, it's up here. And you've got to get these sites that are located up here that we haven't found yet explored before the storm gets there. Once the storm gets there, those sites do close to you. So it is to your benefit to keep an eye on that, on how it goes. As you can tell, they've got a fair amount of snow going on here, a bit more than those of you in the northern area of the world have been seeing lately. Basically, you've got a glacier, and you've dug a hole down into the glacier to live in. At least you're protected from the wind, right? Again, our little automaton over here has been working his heart out. And we'll turn him off there, and we'll turn him on here. Just to get that extra steel that we need going on. Okay, time to pass another unpopular law, because, I mean, they're already pissed off at me. Now, extended shifts, I do make a large use out of extended shifts. And these guys are not going to like me. I do. Right away, I need my research done faster. 14 hours? Yeah, well, sleep. You can sleep when the blizzard gets here, dude. Alright, there goes our automaton. He's over there already generating steel. It's not generating very much per hour, but that's alright. What's nice here is there is coal at this place, so they're going to keep depleting that. That pile is almost gone as is. Nope, go ahead and stay on fast. Tech, get another workshop built. I have 10 engineers unemployed, so even if I get the 40 wood for the extra mission, I will wait until that actually comes out. These houses are down to chilly. These are at chilly. Remember, we want to keep them at chilly or better. Keep the building at least chilly. So right now, we don't care that it dropped down to chilly. These heaters do burn coal, and it will upkeep 1 coal per hour, and it will have a large impact right there. Yeah, considering I put my guys on extended shifts, them earning their bread's going to be fairly mean. So, alright, explores broken automaton, mountainside cave. We will take the resources. Now, the resources don't actually come back until you bring your team back. So yes, it has 33 steel and a power core. Power cores are actually extremely valuable. Okay, no, we're not going to overdrive generators. That causes stress. Alright, and you do want to keep this going no matter what. There's the hothouse. We've been needing that. We do have 1 power core in backup. So, and a hothouse takes 20 wood and 1 power core. I will probably put it right here if I can make it fit, and put either put a bunch of the guys on it, or put an automaton on it just to generate that food that everybody needs. We're generating 9.6 coal per hour here and 4.2. That will keep us ahead of the curve that we need on the generator. And when that extra cold hits, I can actually, this has got a heater. Matter of fact, we'll start the heater there. That'll keep the guys just a little bit warmer. Speed it up again. Now there is a point of diminishing returns on workshops, however 2 of them is not it. So we will be alright if we do it there. Turn that off. Turn it on back over there. And he will actually wipe that pile out in just 3 or 4 hours. So we'll be able to send him down here to start working on these. Alright. Put him to researching that. Yep. Go to food. Alright, wasn't quite going to fit in there. That's alright. Now, the hothouse in of itself does take manpower. That's okay. Got 65 food. Steam core is a necessary component of advanced technology. We cannot manufacture steam cores. Nope. However, our scouts did find one already, so this is a good use of it. We need to keep our engineers fed, and we will speed it back up again. So, we do have the wherewithal to run another team, however, yep, a few days I'm going to have to turn on the heating elements in these, and not worried about the heating element here. However, the heating element here, even with the heater turned on, oh wait a sec, we're outside the working hours. Once they leave the day, if the building shuts down, the heater shuts off, which is fine. See, no change. Now when they come back in, we'll click 1 dot warmer and keeping them warm as needed. Scouts are almost there. You can see the storm's building its way slowly this way. There's not much left. It looks like I'll probably be tearing down this gathering post over the next day or 2. Coal pile depleted. So rather than have him doing nothing, we'll send him down there to continue work on that. And his coal piles were 500. Even though he's up there, that automaton's got some very long reach. He is generating the coal, and that is keeping us going here. Okay, we'll just go ahead and speed this up again. I'm avoiding using the very fast game speed as it does throw a lot of events at you all at once if you do that. I've noticed it tends to be, you can actually get out of control on that one. Explore. Send the automaton to the city. Alright, send it to the Lost Dreadnought. Now this guy, he's going to take his sweet time getting up there. It takes him 2 days to get up there. But that's okay. Because in 2 days, that'll be very useful to have him. Alright. I do want to have max food generation here. It produces more than 1 raw food, and we do need to turn the heat on. This is one of those buildings, if it gets too cold, it will shut down. We'll jump up to that real quick. What's nice is when it hits that 5 in the morning. Oh, somebody got sick. Yay. Health, medical post. There we go. Alright, now, where's cookhouse, 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 cookhouse? Don't need everybody there. Alright, now, again, one of the nice things is when you start upgrading, you just drop it right over it. Well, and we have to give them a new research project, which is fine. Exploration industry, resources, Steelworks. Sure. These are generating 3 per hour. They only work a certain number of hours. We are going to increase that, which doesn't make them too happy, but they'll survive. And right now we will pass one of the laws that they like. We have enough wood to immediately do that. Cemeteries, we don't care if the bodies are cold. We'll put it back there. Hopefully nobody does actually die, however. Give us a nice little boost here. Desirable law. Okay, let's see. Explore. That is a significant chunk of resources. Cracking. This is the dreadnought. As you can see, one of those big generator things. We did find the factory plans here, so now we are going to send this guy home. Send him to the city. Takes him 20 hours to arrive. He's still going to beat that automaton that's slowly making its way this way. Factory plans found. Hope. Get a nice little kick from the hope button there. The hope scale. Not worried about the cemetery. They will build it during their theoretical off time. I am working. Some of them 14 hours a day, so yeah. Oh, you're done working? Great. Go dig holes in the ground for a cemetery. We got about 2 days of coal. Except that now I need to be starting to turn these on. Do keep these in mind. This will make a difference, especially early on, if you've got them on or off. Now it's dropped down from 2 days to about a day. Even though they depleted the wood crates, I'm still going to leave them gathering out of the gathering post because it keeps them warmer. And it cuts down on the amount of sickness. We've got one patient in here. It's going to take him 3 days to get well. So you're not only losing the dudes manning the post here, you're losing the guy to illness. Okay. Okay. So let's see what we got going on. Heating. So you can upgrade the range or you can upgrade the effectiveness of the heat. I will look into both those once I get a little more warmth. Coal thumpers, pressurized water. Sawmills are a good investment at this point. Do keep in mind you want to make sure you've got sawmills going before you run out of crates. We have the supply there. We do have these here, but these supplies are starting to run low as well. And go click on the gathering. We're going to want to put a gathering post here. See how close I can get it without necessarily put the road there. So they're going to have a couple of projects when they get done with work for the day. Go look at our economy, see how much coal we're generating per day. We are generating about 355 and we're using about 274. You can see the heaters down there. There are 11 of them eating 130 per day. So easily save a little bit of money by cutting back on some of those. Don't need to put heaters in there yet. And this is inside range of the generator. We are just staying ahead of what's needed for food right now. Continue to leave this guy down here slaving away. Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting that to get done quite that fast. Now, we do have the coal mines down here. However, I found that coal thumpers are actually more effective. Especially once you start getting the automatons going in this particular city. We've got to get these guys working on the steel mills, though, and the steel piles themselves before we hit this too hard. Okay, guys, get to work. As you can see them, they're starting to build the cemetery back there, and they're starting to build the resource gathering post that will be essentially for steel. It's not much steel here, but it's enough that I'd rather have them in a gathering post. Turn that heater on. Max usage. Cemetery has been established. Now we can put our dead to rest. We don't have any, thankfully, so far. Hope rises. And you do want to try and keep this hope bar filled up as much as possible. We've got 3 patients, about a day, going to treatment. Okay, and we'll actually turn that on as well, even though that's burning our coal significantly. And we are going to start actually falling under what we're generating if we're not real careful. Off. Put it on there. We do need those resources starting to generate. Put them to work. Now, this is what it looks like when they're... Okay, so now that that guy has come back, we've got some extra resources. We can upgrade these bunkhouses. And we're actually going to let them do that. That will make it significantly warmer for them. Right now it's just a tent. The insulation increases. There's one coal pile in there. And as you can see, it's generating 5.8 coal and 2.5, but it's generating 24 hours a day. And actually with the automaton there, we can turn that off because the automaton doesn't care how cold it gets. So that will save a little bit of our coal power there. And we have guys who really aren't doing anything, so we'll put them over there pulling in more steel. Yay, we have another automaton that reached the city. We'll put it there. And it will warm up for a day or so here in just a second. Guys are homeless. That's because they are homeless while they're building the upgrades. Oops. Need to keep that tech research going. Okay, this guy has a chance to screw things up. He does take one of the automatons out of circulation for a little bit, but that's alright. See the automaton sitting there working on the house. People are homeless. Some of them are sick. Sitting here chewing up space here. About a day, 2 days. Just looking at supplies left there. Oh, and the one thing we've got is our explorers are back home, so we do need to keep them going out. Send them there. Okay. Heating. As I mentioned in my previous video where I failed hard trying to get the home scenario started, 40 below Celsius and 40 below Fahrenheit are very close. The actual crossover is about negative 42 degrees in both is actually pretty close to the exact same temperature. We have this automaton that's just standing there, so we'll see if we can put him to work. There we go. Go to work, George. Let's see, who are you? Lone Irishman. And who's our other one? The King's Islander. Okay, cool. There's not much left there. As a matter of fact, we will go to none on that, and then we will actually have them dismantle that building during the next day. Come here, Lone Irishman. Let's see. Give me the. Turn that off. Turn that on. Just get rid of that pile of wood back there and justify getting rid of the resource gathering depot as well. Alright, now when the temperature goes up, I'll be able to turn these heaters off, and that will give us a significant coal saving. Yeah, well, it sucks to be you, dude. It really sucks to be you. Alright. Okay. Turn these heaters off, save some of that coal. Always tend to forget about that fourth one. You can actually see where what's got heaters on just by doing this. Currently that's still at chilly even with the heaters out there. Alright, just exit out of that. Resources. Build a sawmill. And we'll put our first one right there. And then we will build a steel mill. These are dictated, so might as well just get those built real quick. Alright. I have 7 people unemployed. One of those is automation. Put that guy to work there. Alright. Now, no, stay down here. This gives a +2 to temperature boost. Right now, we're doing okay. Our bunkhouses, or which one of our critical things we're worried about, are plenty warm. And so we don't need that at this time. You do want to try and skimp on the coal as much as you can as far as saving it till we get some of these other options going. Exploration and industry. While I would really love to get more scouts going, we will actually get the coal thumpers going here very soon. And our guys are getting sick and not doing so hot, so we are short on that. Okay, I just took one automaton out of circulation for a full day. So we've got enough coal for about 2 days. Still generating food, sufficient amounts there. Alright, so have them disassemble that. And that gives us 10 guys who really aren't doing anything else with their lives. So they can go out and start working on things as well. Scouts have reached the mountainside cave. Well, let's see what they found. Explore. Cave collapses. Much permanent shelter. Okay, we'll take those resources. Those are always a nice little boost to things. Now, it's actually quicker to send them there than it would be to send them all the way across. If you send them there, it's 1 day and 5 hours. Send them to here, it's going to be 11 hours, as you saw. And once they get there, I'll show you the difference. So you want to send them to a known point before sending them to an unknown point, if at all possible. Okay, guys. Sure. All right, exploration industry. Let's see. About 15 hours. So 15 hours, even though we've got one sick, we've got 2 of them opening up. That'll give him a chance to get in there. Hopefully, cross your fingers, he doesn't get gravely ill while we're waiting. And just with this one hothouse, we're pretty much staying ahead of the food demand. Now you may be wondering why I'm focusing on steel mills. And the reason for that's quite simple. Also, we gotta get these coal thumpers working. As you're going forward, coal thumpers are another one that it's nice to keep them warm if you can. As we're going forward, the automatons themselves use about 90 steel every time, as well as a power core and a few other resources. So I do want to get that built up. Let's see, technology factory is going to take 30 wood. That's what we're short on. 15 steel and 1 steam core. All right, now to get to there, it takes about 12 hours. The other day was 1 day, 5 hours, which is 29. Going to there and then up was 11 plus 12, which is only 23. So nice little advantage here. Don't have that automaton yet. That researcher hasn't quite got done with his stuff that he's doing to him. All right, we've got 1 more day of just standard, and then we really need to make sure this coal thumper is up and running. Now, the gathering area does not actually include where this thumper is. You do want to think about how you're going to position these thumpers. They have a supply pile that's actually right here, and you can have people gathering from a gathering post or directly from the supply pile. Looking at the temperature map, you can see what some of those issues might be. It's getting +1 from the heat zone and +2 from building insulation. So even if it drops 1, it's still gonna stay up at the comfortable range. About 5 hours, we've got 2 people sick, so we'll pop out 2, and we have space for 2 more. Nobody's died yet, which is a good thing. Can I say this is chilly, moderate risk of getting ill. Yeah, it's gonna get worse. Alright, these guys doing? They got about 5 hours or so left. Come up here and see what they're carrying. I will probably bring these guys back to the city after this, just to get that wood in here and get it stored. Got a lot of uses for it right now. Do have some unemployed dudes, so we'll put them there. That will cut down on the time that folks spend there, and that's significant in and of itself. You see how it drops down from a couple of days. Let's see, we'll reduce the about 2 days, a day, less than an hour. So if we go over here, max it, 17 hours, 10 hours, 10 hours. So that's a good thing. Now I got to figure out how to free up one more dude from somewhere. And considering the food's doing pretty good, we're probably going to chop him out of there. Gives us another scout team. We're going to send these guys out to Lost Dreadnought. And that'll give them a good jumping off point. You do want the scout teams as quickly as possible. Alright. Actually, we'll cut them out of there. We'll keep our food going as much as possible for right now. Coal pile's depleted. So go to play. Turn that off. Actually dismantle this. Put the automaton directly on the wood pile. This guy's he's pretty good. The benefits that you get from it you'll see here in a second. Yes, we want our scouts moving faster. Should get this other one back here in just a second. Alright, Icefall Mine. Mine is a risk of being buried by an avalanche any time. Must have been abandoned a long time ago. Resources we're being offered here are steel and coal. Behind. Judging by the equipment, it looks like this mine was constructed before the Great Winter. And general disarray, they've left some valuable stuff behind. Yes, that is a very nice little valuable haul. And we're sending you back to the city, dude, because you've got a lot of resources on you. Oops. There you go. Zoom in. That's just a mouse scroll for me. Coal Thumper. Area effects. Yep, gotcha. Turn that on there. We've got both automatons back up and working for us now. There's the factory. Factory is a sizable piece of equipment there. As you can see, it takes up that entire block. And it is someplace you do have to worry about heating. That thing kicked out a lot of coal. Okay, so that automaton at 60% efficiency is still generating 36.4, which is a lot more than what's generating out there at the pile. However, I have to collect it from here as well. Now, usually when I do this, one of the first automatons I do is I send it down to this. Should be able to build one here shortly. Alright, takes 100 steel, 100 wood. Don't have enough wood. And 50 coal, we do have enough wood coming in, and 1 steam core. So we will hold off on that until I don't have anybody who can be broken free. Okay. Alright, those scouts have returned. Now, send them there. It takes them about 20 hours to arrive. We do have enough now to build actually 2 automatons if I watch my supplies there. And we'll take a glance at our economy. We're consuming 182 per day. We're generating 328. Pretty soon we are going to need to worry about storage. There's this. 900. 300 is a max there. We're going to burn through that fairly quickly. There's the food and the food rations. Okay. Yep. Now we're about to see another cold snap, so I'm going to want to start turning these on, even though it's going to mess with our coal reserves. 2, 3, we'll just go to this. Okay, we've got an automaton working there. I don't care how cold that gets, the automaton still works. Okay. So 2 days of coal, even with all of those running. Resources. Okay, we can improve the efficiency of that. We can add to the gathering post insulation. We can make the sawmill a little more effective. Or we can do a wall drill. Wall drill does take a steam core. Let's actually do that. Improve our steel works. Okay. 12 hours to get to there. Try not to let your scouts sit idle if you can help it. Got one guy who's sick out of there. Patience, let's see, about a day. 21 hours. About a day. Okay. So it'd be nice when I can reduce that down. It will free up some people. Okay, this thing has hit its storage limit. This one's not harvesting it fast enough, so I can pull the automaton off here, put it down on the steel mill. And this guy's still going to be scooping that coal fairly quickly. Dismantle the street there. So we want 2 of those. Make sure we're still bringing in more coal than we're spending. Yep. There is 287 wood. Now, you will be moving these sawmills every once in a while, but for right now, we're just going to tear this down as much as possible. Autonomous cities. Alright, we've got one more automaton that just walked out. Put him there. Lower cost and use the medical facilities. Attachments. Human. Well done. Automatons can be used at medical facilities and cost falls by 5%. Awesome, dude. Okay, go to heating. We're going to need these improved heaters here pretty soon. Let's see. And we're going to also need that. Right now, we've got those guys on standby. This is not necessarily a bad thing. Let's see, sawmill. Okay. Alright. He's got an hour following a known route to a surveyed location. He's got about 2 hours to his destination. Coal pile is at 418. Gathering post is going to be critical here. We're going to want it out kind of in the middle of things. So we'll go ahead and build some roads out here just to get an idea of where we're going to place things. How much wood are you pulling in an hour? 5.2. Okay. This guy's generating 2.6. Send him out to Snow Dune. Actually, since these guys are not actually doing any research at the moment, searching hasn't covered anything of value, but maybe we can reach someplace else. Alright, carry on. You go to there. About 8 hours. Awesome. Knock yourselves out. What have we got for laws? Keeps alive, but in a treated medical post, hope will rise slightly. So I do want to sustain life. We can't keep him alive. We can't cure the gravely ill, but we can at least keep him breathing. That's an improvement, right? We won't risk dangerous amputations with radical treatment. That works for me. Well, not everybody's happy about it. It's fine by me. Heating, get those going. You see this coming up ahead, drop 2 levels. Right now our heaters are just enough to keep it up with 1 level drop. It's going to drop 1, put us back to here, and it's going to drop another 1. So that's an issue. Now, what am I doing with the spacing there? So I'm going to put more coal thumpers out here because the more coal piles that are in range of this gathering post, the more that gathering post will gather. However, the other thing I'm also waiting for is for an automaton to get completed. Scouts have reached. Alright, industrial ruins. This building was destroyed by a powerful avalanche. Its interiors are filled with snow, but we should be able to retrieve some resources. What do you got for me, guys? That is a fair amount of steel and coal. Awesome, guys. Alright, for that, you can come back and get warm. Coal pile is at 200. Switch the automaton over there. Scouts have reached Snow Dune. Well, let's see what they got there. Waypoint for further explanations. Sites discovered. Supply depot and snow crawler. Okay, well, we'll send you out there. 10 hours to arrive at that. Okay, if you're still with me watching the stream, thank you. It's going on an hour. And right here at day 10, we'll actually put a pause on it. I will save this. Save game. New save file. Let's see. We'll save that. New save file. Stream arcs. Thank you. Well, stream arcs 1. Okay, thank you for watching. And I will be taking a short break. Yeah, we're going to go main menu. Exit out of this. Thank you and for watching my stream, and you have a very good night.